So, hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Science Tweets with Pooja. I hope you all are doing well. Well, today's topic is cell nucleus. As you all know, nucleus, it is one of the most important structure of the cell. Now, if I ask you, where is it present? It is present in the cell, inside the cell. Now, if we talk about plant cell, now in plant cell, see, in plant cell, the maximum space of the plant cell is occupied by the vacuole. So it is present at the periphery. Whereas in case of animal cells, it is present in the center. So today let's talk about the structure of the nucleus, its functions. First of all, nucleus is the largest cell structure which you can see prominently with the help of microscope. If I talk about the composition of the nucleus, that what is it made up of, then it has proteins, DNA, RNA and lipids. These are the four basic components of the nucleus. Now, as you all can see the structure of the nucleus on the board. Now, what is this? This is double layered membrane of the nucleus. These are the double layered membrane and we call it as nuclear membrane. Now, these double layered membrane has small ribosomes on the surface. In the outer membrane contains ribosomes. Now, you will ask me, what is the function of ribosomes? Ribosomes helps in the synthesis of proteins. And this nuclear membrane is also connected to the endoplasmic reticulum. Okay. But can you see small gaps in between the nuclear membrane? What is this? These are nuclear pores. Now, these are nuclear pores. What is the role of nuclear pores? As you all know that, exchange of substance is needed. So, these nuclear pores facilitates the exchange of substances between cytoplasm, which is present outside the nucleus, and, inside the nucleus. Means nucleus and cytoplasm, whatever exchange of substances happen, that happens across the nuclear pore. Now let's come inside the nuclear membrane. Now there is sap, there is fluid filled inside the nucleus. As you know, the fluid that is present inside the cell, we call it as cytoplasm. Same way, the fluid, the sap which is filled up inside the nucleus is known as nucleoplasm. Okay, and nucleoplasm, cytoplasm, all together we call it as protoplasm. That you all know. After that, can you see, this round colored spherical structure? This spherical body is known as nucleolus. Now, what is nucleolus? Nucleolus is a structure which contains ribosomes and which contains RNA. Okay, RNA, and here protein synthesis happens. So nucleolus is the site of protein synthesis for nucleus. Clear? After that, once this is done, now you can see these green colored coiled structures that I have drawn over here. This is one of the very important part of the nucleus, that is chromatin. Now children, what is chromatin? This is the genetic material of the cell. Now chromatin is basically made up of two things. This is DNA and proteins. It is made up of two things, that is DNA and proteins. Now these are coiled thread like structures. Now when cell division has to happen, now at that time what happens? These thread like structures, they condense and they form these types of structures. Now one is this one and same way another one. Now these two arms that you are seeing is known as chromatid, and you can see the point at the center which is binding these two arms together. Now this is known as centromere. Now when chromatin takes this form, we call it as chromosome. This is very important. You must understand the difference between chromatin and chromosome. When there is no division going on, in that case, it is the genetic material is present in the form of thread-like coiled structures. But when division starts, these chromatin thread-like structures, they condense and they form chromosomes. So this is very important. Now this is the genetic material. As you all know, DNA hai, protein hai. This is the thing which helps, in the passing of the traits from one generation to the another generation. So now, by seeing the structure, now you can find out the functions. Quickly we can just discuss the functions. Since it is present inside the cell, and it has so many things, it controls all the cellular activities of the cell. It is playing a great role in cellular metabolism. Now it has a genetic material. That means when cell division has to happen, if nuclear division will not happen, then cell division will also not happen. So, and why nuclear division has to happen? Because it is having genetic material. So genetic material has to be passed on from one generation to another. So again, this becomes very important. Then you have seen ribosomes, you have seen RNA over here, nucleolus over here. So they are the sites where protein synthesis is going on. So again, it is very important. So now uh, I have one important question for all of you, and for that, I would want you to answer it in the comment box. As you have studied today about the chromosomes, now you will let me know how many number of chromosomes are there, total number of chromosomes are there in human beings, and if I talk about plants, then in pea. Okay, so in these two things you have to let me know in the comment box that what is the number of chromosomes in there. So I hope you have understood the entire concept. Now I'll meet you in the next video very soon. Thank you so much. Bye bye and take care.